Hello, everyone, to this week's Force Friday. Today, we are going to focus on drawing arms, right? Arms are obviously like super, super important to being able to draw good figures. And there's such a, I don't know, I have to say it's almost like a famous part of the body, you know, understanding the arms and the anatomy of the arms. There's some famous muscles in the arms, like the bicep. Everyone knows like the bicep and the tricep, for instance. So we're going to talk about those muscles and many other ones, the ones that are not so famous. And I'm going to try and share with you all different kinds of tactics today that I use and share with the students at drawingforce.com. And just try to give you as much information as I can in the time that we have today to hopefully help you draw arms successfully. So before we get started, let's say hello to our other force instructors. How's it going, Swenley?
Great, ready for some bodybuilders' arms.
Yeah, exactly, just like ours, right? Yeah, we've started now a new, Force Gym, so get ready. Yeah, that's actually good, right? Force Gym would be awesome. That's it, I'm doing it. We're opening up a new line. It sounds good, right? Good branding. How's it going, Mrityunjay?
Yep, lifting some dumbbells.
Yeah, I know I should have done that. I didn't think about bringing up some weights here. I should have started today with me, like with my skinny body, like trying to do some weight training. So like I said, today we're gonna cover the subject of arms. Oh, before I get into the whole thing, I wanted to stop Photoshop here. Some of you may not be aware of this, and I don't want to get too pluggy here because I'm not into doing that, but everything I'm teaching you today is in here, okay? The whole idea of anatomy, I did write a book on force anatomy. It actually took me a long time to get to this. For those of you that really follow my books closely, I didn't want to write an anatomy book, in all honesty, because I felt like the market was saturated with anatomy books. But the more I saw the new stuff coming out, the more frustrated I was with what was coming out. Either because sometimes the drawings were great, but the organization was really bad. I felt like I couldn't really learn from the book. Or it didn't talk about function, at all, right? Like most anatomy books will just tell you like, here's this muscle and here's the name of it. And here's this muscle, and it might as well be written for doctors instead of for artists. So my frustration actually led me to writing this book. And what I love about this book is the fact that it's function, right? That it's about not only the anatomy, but that it's broken down really, really well. So you can see here in the camera that the page edges are color-coded, all right? And they're color-coded per region of anatomy in the book. And then not only that, but in these color-coded areas, it has front, side, and back view for each part of the body, right? So it's really, really easy to use. I'm all about function, as you know, and as the author of these books, I really try to put my pride into making sure these books are functional as learning tools for you. So this is like a new thing that I did in here. I'm actually finishing up the 10th anniversary edition of the animal drawing book, and it's going to have very similar color coding system because I just think it was super powerful here, right? And the cover of the book is how the interior is broken down. The different colors per regions of the body is how it's broken up in there. So a lot of the stuff, almost everything, maybe is like, there's one little thing I know that I'm going to be teaching that's not in here. I'll call that out. But most of it's right in this book. So check out the book if you feel like I need to understand anatomy and I don't know how to draw anatomy, but do it with force. That would be your resource. Okay. And it's on the website too. So if you go to drawingforce.com, that info is there as well. And probably more. In fact, everything I'm teaching you here is on the website, some even beyond the book. Okay. So with that all being said, let's get over to Photoshop and start talking about arms. So I want to start at the very, very beginning here. And I'd say probably the first thing to be aware of is just force in the arms, right? So let's just talk about force in the arms first. Get my brush going here because I was tinkering around with another one before. So when it comes to arms, the first thing to remember is arms either have one force or three forces, not two. Okay, if you do two, then you know you've broken something. The system's not working. So let's say this is a shoulder, right? So here's a shoulder. And then here's the wrist, okay? So I'm not counting the shoulder. From inside the shoulder down to the wrist, force in between those two moments will either have one idea, one force, or three, okay, one or three. One means that I'm gonna make my way down from this joint to this joint in one shot. All right, so that might look something like I'm gonna come off the deltoid here, right, connect, and then come sweep my way down. So that's one idea, right? Now, sometimes the models, especially the female models, and especially if they're dancers and they're like really flexible in the joints, sometimes you'll get three forces out of this, which creates two rhythms instead of the one. So that might look something like, let's say force is on this side. So here's the deltoid, right? Force might go from here. This is a beginning of a force. I'm coming off a shoulder and going in here, and they'll push into their elbow. And then you want to come back out to the outside elbow to get down, let's say, to the wrist, right? So this would be three, all right? So that's me. I don't know how well you could see me on camera, but that's me taking my elbow right here. And normally your arm, sorry, with the green screening, it gets a little crazy. Normally your arm wants to just be the simple curve, but that would be me hyperextending it. That's me like pushing my elbow up like this, right? Like as soon as I do that, that's me pushing it up. So in a side view, here, I'll draw a side view. My shoulder would be like this. Normally your arm just wants to basically hang, right? And then let's say it gets to the wrist, right? The key to this force thing is stay on the elbow side, the outside elbow side. It's kind of like if you were wearing a shirt, it's the side that would be hanging, right? If somebody hyperextends, they're gonna take the elbow and shove it up almost unnaturally, right? So here's the shoulder again. You're gonna come from the bottom or the tricep side, right? The elbow side. You're gonna come up, you're gonna push up into that interior elbow side and then come back down, right? To the elbow side again. So here's the elbow, right? And you'll see this gives us our three moments again, right? This only has one. Now, remember force or rhythm, I should say. Rhythm is every time you have two directional forces connecting. So that means there's one rhythm here and there's another rhythm here, right? So there's rhythm A and rhythm B being created in this situation, right? To play it safe, pretty much the arm is one shot, right? It's one shot, unless you end up in this weirdness of hyperextension. So go on the elbow side. If the arm bends, right? So here's the shoulder. If the arm bends, it's going to go from here down to the elbow, right? It's going to get through the elbow and it's going to go up to the wrist, right? And then depends on what the wrist is doing here. I'll bend it downward just to get a rhythm out of it, right? Now, I've had students say, because we do something called the gravity guide on the website, and there you're drawing with straight lines. So you might draw the arm like this, right? Just to see the angles. When you're drawing arms, it's not that far away from that, right? With arms, you can be pretty angular, but don't draw straight lines. It is a very big difference. That small nuance is a big deal when drawing the arm, because this feels like a stick figure arm versus me coming in here and saying, you know what, there's a slight curve of force in here that's driving me down to the elbow and then driving me up to the wrist. You still want to have that energy flow through the arm, you know, so be careful of not just drawing straight lines, okay? These arms do create angles, of course, and they're one of the thinnest parts of the body, but you want to make sure that you give it some kind of curvature. It's worlds apart to do this compared to doing this, okay? And this is what you want, okay? Very, very, very important, all right? Okay, any questions so far before I move forward to the next step? Let me get my camera out of the way here. There we go. Looks like everyone's doing okay. Okay, so this is all the force stuff, okay? Remember, you have one or three. You want to stay on the elbow side. You're going from the shoulder to the wrist. And sometimes you'll find hyperextension, very, very rarely, okay? The thing that, to show you the don't that I see students do, is they'll sometimes do this. They'll say, oh, I see force here, and then they go over here. Now, I get it. There's a muscle here, and we're going to talk about this today called the brachioradialis, and it's like a bump on your arm, right? It's like the top of your forearm. So people think, oh, I see a curve. That must be where force is. That is not where it is, okay? It's like I said, it's elbow side. So don't be influenced by just seeing that bump there, okay, and think force is about the bumps. I see the curve sticking out. That's not how it's working, all right? So you want to be aware of that, okay? Okay, so that's the force aspect. Now let's get to the form aspect of things. I really do think of this piece of wood quite a bit when it comes to the arm, and I'll show you how. So I'm going to draw on top of my drawing here, all right? So with arms, with the whole body, I'm always very aware of what the construction is. You know, I know I'm like the force guy, but that doesn't mean I ignore construction. Everything still has to be built. I just want to make sure that force is driving through the architecture, right? So this arm here still has a lot of form, okay? I'm drawing like this. I can see the bottom edge here. This is a box to the arm like this, right? And here's the other side of it like this. Okay, so it goes like this. Let me shut the smoothing off, it's driving me bonkers. Okay, so there's the box, and then especially down here at the wrist, man, this wrist is really, again, the 2x4, the piece of wood that you see over here, right? So I want to be aware of this box right in here. I want to tone that in. And I want to be aware of this box. And what's tricky is tracking the top half of the arm, right? The top versus number 2, the bottom, and how it moves through the joint. And we're gonna take this a step further even today. So what I want to do is, if I want to match this, because it's very important for me to know where the side is versus the back, and this is the turning edge, right? So this is called turning edge. That's the edge that turns the form, right? So if I want to track that over, I will redraw that box down here to understand it and say, well, this is still the side. You know, this is going to be the top, which is where the bicep is. This is the bottom. You know, let me draw it in a different color. So we've got this, 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 and this. So that box is still here. Now I've kind of taken the information from the top box and moved it down to the bottom box of the forearm. The reason this is important is because the wrist turns, right? For those of you that don't know this, there are 2 bones in your lower arm, the radius and the ulna. And because of that, they overlap one another. That's what allows your wrist to rotate, right? So what does that mean? Well, guess what? That means you need to be able to track the box turning, right? And when I teach this on the website, this is always this challenging thing. We go through understanding the construction of the whole body, and I actually save this for the end of construction, which is, okay, now that you know construction well enough, let's finally deal with the forearm, right? It's like the most challenging part. Outside of the faceting of the head, I would say the forearm's pretty difficult, because you're having to understand not only the integrity of perspective on the piece of wood, right, of the arm, but now you've got to be able to, like, you know, rotate or twist that piece of wood to get it from the elbow to the wrist, right? Let's talk about that real quick. And, you know, again, Matunjay and Swenley, if there's any questions, feel free to jump in anytime. So the way I call this out is like so. Well, actually, let me back up. What I usually do is I have a template on the website that says, like, hey, what does it look like to draw the back of the arm, let's say, right? So here's like here's the triceps, here's the elbow. You know, what does that take me down to when I get to the hand? Okay, the back of the arm matches up with the back of the hand, right? And then the deltoid side of the arm, the side view, here's the tricep, here's the bicep, right? The side of the arm where the deltoid is, that's going to match up on the hand with the thumb, right? So I have all 4 planes done. So you learn the template and understand the rotation then, because I've drawn this template basically zeroing out the forearm. Here, I have this image. Let me share it with you. This is what's going on in the forearm, right? Here, this is an arm zeroed out. This is palm up, right? So your palm is facing the ceiling. You'll see the ulna is on that inside elbow edge there, and then you have the radius on the other side, and they're open. And what happens is they can turn, right? So you can see in this other diagram, this is from the Force Anatomy book, you can see how one flips over the other. So the radius flips over the ulna, right? The ulna is really, this bottom one over here, this one is really like this, you know, pipe, this guardrail that sits in your arm. The other guy is rotating over it. If I grab here, I'll shut the camera off for a sec, or let me put this camera on. So if I grab here, right, this doesn't move. You see, like this is hard, right? It's this other bone all the way on the other side that's doing the spinning, right? It's like spinning from one side, you know, over here, and then spinning to the other side. So it's going from one side to the other. This guy stays constant, okay? All right, back to Photoshop. So you want to know that. You want to learn that there's these two bones in here. On a small note, notice they're kind of inverted in size. The ulna is big at the elbow and then gets smaller, and the radius is smaller at the elbow and gets wider at the wrist, right? Just a small note to keep in mind. But this rotation thing is happening. We're like, damn, I got to draw this rotation. So what I've done to help is say, let's look at what 0 looks like, meaning the bones are parallel. Know the different views, right? So you know what it's supposed to look like when it's zeroed out. And then the reason for that is, okay, well, now I'm going to draw it with the construction, right? So if I do that, now I have my box, right? So here's the upper arm, it's like this. Okay, that means the deltoid, and I always use this marker, the deltoid lands around the middle of the side view, like so. So that's a key moment for me, right? So I know the biceps here, right? And then I want to get down here. I'm going to move this box from here to here. Okay, so now I'm like past the elbow. I've taken the information from the top half and brought it to the bottom. And let's just say the wrist is turned, right? So here, I'll start with the wrist not turned. So if the wrist is not turned, I have elbow is going to match back of hand. So then these boxes just line up, no big deal, right? You see, it's like this. And then I usually have the students, what I have them do is I have them put in cross contours so we can really understand the perspective, like so, right? And then that gives us the structure. So that gets us to the wrist. This would be the top of the hand over here. Oops, over here. And like the thumb would be sitting out over here, right? Like this, you see? So that's how that works. But what if I rotate the box of the wrist, right? Whoa, that changes everything, right? Suddenly we have this whole other level of sophistication going on. So I'm going to turn it like this. Now, let's say that this is the top of the hand and this is the elbow side. Remember, they're supposed to match. So I've got these 2 points and they have to match these 2 points, right? So the far side over here has to touch the far side here. So I'm going to let that come up and over and rotate its way to that point. And then the same with the other one is going to come down and flip like this. Now to get the cross contouring right here, I look at the angle of this compared to the angle of this and find the middle. And that middle, I want to strike it in the center of this ribbon or this band that I've drawn. So I'm going to hit about right here. Now that allows me to see the cross contours at the right perspective across the arm, you see, like so. So that gives me finally the elbow to the top of the hand. And then I can start throwing in the other colors, right? So here I have the side of the upper arm matches up with the side of the thumb, right? So that's going to go, I'm going to try to get a little bit of the shaping more in here. So the arm is probably shaped like that. But this is going to go like this and very quickly disappear around the edge, right? Because it has to match up with this angle. I'll grab green here, right? So here, we're going to see just a little bit here, and then this is going to disappear pretty quickly down into the silhouette at the base. So this is spinning like this, and it's going to disappear, you see? So there is the complication, right, of rotating the box, right? This guy right here, the box of the wrist compared to the box of the upper arm, right? Tricky. And your anatomy is doing this. That's why we have this, right? So that's the form aspect, right? We've got basic force we just talked about. Here's basic form. I haven't talked about anatomy at all. It's just this is just foundation, right? Okay. And then we have shape, right? So last but not least is shape design. How does that work in here, right? So let's get rid of this and create another new layer. If we follow what I told you before about force, right, and you've watched the other videos on shape, then this was my curve of force, the elbow side. Well, then guess what? The shape of it is basically a straight. So this is the simplicity of the shape of the arm, right? Does it look like a real arm? No, I'm aware it doesn't, but you know what? I can guarantee, I know 100% if I go and show you anywhere from 2D Disney animated film to The Incredibles in 3D, you will see this shape, right? Because it's really simple, it's clean, it's forceful, it's appealing, right? Then it's up to us how much like anatomy we want to pile onto this shape. But no matter what the model is doing, you know, here's a shoulder, let's say here's an arm, right? So I know that the rhythm is going to go from here to here, and then it's going to go down, and it's going to go to the wrist and get to the hand. If I know where the forces are, I can shape this out. I could say, well, that's my straight and that's my straight, right? So there's the shaping to this arm. And sure, I can add more anatomy to it. We can finally cut in the deltoid, say the biceps here, the brachioradialis is here, right? The elbow is going to cut in. There's a little bit more musculature down here. This is going to come in like this and cross over and around. And we're going to have all these other muscles. But look at what I did, right? These muscles are piled on top of the simplicity of that shape design, right? So this curve to straight that we've talked about in the past with you guys is buried here in the arm as well, right? And you want to have that at the core, right? The core of your understanding. Okay, so that finally leads me to anatomy, and I can see I'm running out of time. I want to give the other guys time to draw. There's a couple of things I want to talk about here. First one, even in my books, I talked about the idea that the bicep area, the upper arm, is like a sandwich. This gets a little gross, so bear with me, right? But one of the things I learned actually in writing the anatomy book that I was not aware of, that I learned in actually writing, was that when you go to the upper arm, you'll notice on either side here, let me call this out for you here. This is from the anatomy book again. Let's see, let's grab green to stand out against the red. This muscle right here on the outside is this same muscle. Okay, this is the brachialis. It comes down right underneath the center of the deltoid. Okay, and it's like a line down this middle of the arm, basically, right? But notice it's over here too. I was like, well, son of a gun, it's on the inside of the arm and it's on the outside of the arm, right? I always knew about it out here. I didn't pay much attention, quite honestly, to it on the inside. I was like, how's that possible, right? Well, because it is piled up like a sandwich. So you've got your bicep, right? Let's say here's a bicep like this. The brachialis goes all the way through on both sides. So this is me going underneath the bicep. Here's the bicep. This green is like the patty, right? It goes underneath. Then you have the bone, right? Now, what bone is in here? The humerus bone is in here. And how do I remember that? Because I remember the funny bone. Funny bone, you always hit it in your elbow. So that reminds me of funny, reminds me of humerus. That's how I remember the name of the bone. Right, and then underneath that, you have finally the other bun, which is the tricep, right? So tricep, bicep, and then you got the brachialis, and here you have the humerus bone, right? And there's another muscle here called the coracobrachialis, but that's really the gist of how the arm is built. So be aware that it's sandwiched, right? That it's sandwiched down like that. It's a key thing to remember. On the inside of the arm, the one muscle that most artists don't know about, but you see it like in the armpit and pulling into the arm itself, is this guy right here, this coracobrachialis, right? This little triangle here is what comes out of the armpit. So just be aware that that goes into the armpit and pulls out and down, you know, underneath into the humerus bone and under the bicep, right? Maybe on another video, I won't have time for this today, but maybe we'll do a whole thing on the armpit. That'd be kind of fun. Weird, but fun. And I have to say, it's the place that everyone has problems with, and understandably so, because there's about 6 or 7 muscles overlapping one another in a very small area of the body, and just knowing the order of how they overlap is really important. Okay. All right, so this is like the gist of the upper arm. You got bicep, you got, you know, the brachialis, you got the bone, and then you got the tricep, and then at the top end you have the coracobrachialis, and then you have the brachialis at the bottom, right? So that's like the core of the upper arm. Upper arm's not too challenging. If you even just get the bicep and the tricep, I mean, those are the two major muscles. And if you get that brachialis running down in the middle, then you can draw a pretty believable, pretty good upper arm. For me, I think the hard part is the lower arm, right? The lower arm, we already saw how challenging it is just with form alone, right? It's like, darn, I've got to take a 2x4 and twist it, right? And rotate it. But look at all the muscles. And this is only one side. We didn't even look at the other side, right? So your arm is broken up into 2 sides based on those 2 bones, right? The ulna and the radius that we talked about. So the top side, right? The side over here that goes to the back of your hand, that whole top side is full of extensors, right? So that's because you can extend your fingers like this, right? I'm trying to do it in front of my body so you can see, right? Me going out and opening is extending. Flexing, right, is contracting. When you make a fist, that's flexing. Those are called flexors. Extensors are you extending your fingers out. So you got flexors and extensors, right? So you'll notice that starts showing up in a lot of the naming, right? There's a lot of extensors on this side, okay? So this diagram I think is really important. I think, you know, this is all again from the anatomy book, super, super important diagram because I color coded like big chunks, right? And if you got these chunks down, this would be great, right? You don't need, not even getting to the point of remembering every muscle name and every muscle that's in the forearm. If you can get these chunks down, that's a pretty darn believable arm at that point. So how am I breaking these down? Chunk number one is basically me taking the brachioradialis, right? Or some people call it brachio. The radialis here, this muscle goes from behind the brachialis or brachialis, whichever, and the tricep, right? See how it fits right in here. I'll zoom in on this. So it's going in between these two, and it comes out from between those two, and it's going to go all the way down and run down to the edge of the thumb on the other side of the radius, okay? So it's going from here to here. This guy is purposely called, you know, brachioradialis because it's attached to the radius and it helps your wrist turn, right? It's helping your arm turn, okay? Muscles, by the way, which I think we've talked about in earlier videos, the core of muscles, the way they work is they shrink, right? They shorten or contract, and they do that over joints, right? So anytime you want to figure out anatomy and you look at a muscle, you say, well, here's the deltoid. If it was to get shorter, what does it do? If it got shorter, it would lift the arm up, right? If the tricep gets shorter, what is it doing? It's straightening out the arm. If the bicep gets shorter, it's lifting your arm up to your face, right? So your whole body's mechanical system is based on electric impulses telling your muscles to shorten, right? And when they shorten, they basically pull bones in different directions because those muscles are going over joints, right? And it's the ends of muscles are called tendons. Those are the things that finally attach to the different bones in the body. So anyway, to get out of that for a sec here, you'll see that that's group number one. Okay, so we've got these two muscles. I put the extensor carpi radialis longus. That's a mouthful, right? I usually put those two together. Okay, as you can see in group number one. In fact, most time when I draw, you know, from imagination or from the model, it is very rare that I'll put a division between those two. I kind of just think in my mind they're both the brachioradialis. I know it's anatomically not right, but it's simpler. I know the two are there. I know there's two muscles in there. I really don't care, quite frankly, about the longus. This is a personal thing. You can love it all you want. But I just go, I know there's two muscles there. I'm going to make it one group. It's like this big chunk of muscle that goes around the forearm and comes down to the thumb, right? So that's a big deal. I put those two together. Then down the side here, you got this group of three. Notice this group of three right here, okay? So we got carpi radialis brevis. Brevis means short or smaller, right? You got the abductor pollicis longus. It's like this tiny trapezoidal one. And then last but not least, the pollicis brevis. So long and short. They're all three of them are stacked up in here between, right, the group of these two guys, right? And finally, one of the major muscles, equally as important as understanding group number one, is this guy. To me, he's the star of the upper forearm. Number one star is the brachioradialis. Hands down, I would say understand that guy because he's the one that you really see all the time. It helps rotate your forearm. I would say the runner-up is the extensor digitorum, right? This muscle is really important. So here, just a color code in here a little bit. These guys are one group, right? You want to know about those. You want to know they come out of the middle. You want to know it tucks under the thumb. I don't really care too much about these three guys in the middle there, the troublemakers, right? This is the other guy. This is the other big star. This guy, extensor digitorum, runs down the middle of the top of your hand, that side of the forearm. And the tendons of that muscle go to all the fingers except the thumb. So I was extending my hand before. That's the guy that's doing the work, right? That guy's extending all those fingers out. And that's the ones that you see, the tendons that run along top of your hand, they go all the way to the tips of your fingers. So super important muscle. So if you look at this now, it's not as hard as maybe what we thought it was, right? I'll grab another color here. So we've got this big green group. We can turn that into one. We've got this sliver in here, this shape, which has 3 muscles that are on this diagonal. So you can kind of keep that in mind. You've got extensor digitorum, really, I think, muscle number 2 to really remember. And then you got 2 more as you go to the left of it towards the elbow side. You got the mini, right? The mini-me. Let's see, where did I label that? Or did I? I don't even think I labeled it. You got the mini-me, which is right next to it. And then last but not least, you have extensor carpi ulnaris, which goes right along the ulna. So easy to remember. So there's 2 muscles there. You can see the dark one and the light one right next to it. And I put those together in here as this other, right over here is this other space, right, to the left of the digitorum, right? You see that? So that's the other side, okay? So you can see, I want to understand, here, I'll grab brown. I got number 1, I got number 2, I got number 3, I got number 4, and then this over here, this starts taking us to the other side, right? We go over the fence, we end up in flexor land at that point, okay? So that's the whole top side of the arm, right? So hopefully that helps. What you want to do is hierarchically, right? We're breaking down forms and shapes and trying to simplify instead of looking at this gigantic list and going like, oh my God, what am I looking at, right? All right, so let's get to the flip here. Actually, I don't even know if I have the flip in here. I'll draw the flip side for you. Here, before we leave there, let's take a look over here. So here's 1 and 2 again combined, right? This is more of a back view now. You got the tricep here. You got the back view, those 2 combined, they wrap around. We got our 3 troublemakers over here, right, that are these diagonals. You've got the digitorum, extensor digitorum. Then there's another thin muscle in there, which is like extensor digitorum mini-me. And then number 1 is the extensor carpi ulnaris. It goes along the ulna bone from the elbow. And then you go around the other side, okay? Okay, now when you get to the back side of the arm, the palm side, personally, I think the palm side's really tricky, right? So, brush, right? Here's the elbow. Here's a forearm. Notice the shape I drew, right? It's a forceful shape. I got a curve, a shorter curve, and a straight basically in here, so it's fluid. This is the palm of the hand, right? Here's the fingers. The thumb would be over here, okay? Here's the hand. It's like, what is going on here? Well, the flexor carpi ulnaris is going to be running down this side, okay? It's going to be down here, running down the arm like this, okay? It's on the elbow side, right? Right around the corner is the extensor carpi, right? Remember that. So what we want to understand over here is that what's going on is we're going to have the main muscle. I want to talk about like the meatiest part of this guy. And the meatiest part is kind of hidden, unfortunately, in the arm. And that's why I think personally, this is a really tricky part of the body to draw. Because underneath here is the flexor digitorum, right? Remember extensor digitorum, right? So his buddy is on the other side here. And there's this huge muscle that's like sitting down here like this, right? And it's pretty massive. It takes up a huge amount of mass in the arm, right? Like so. But the challenge is that there's muscles sitting on top of it, right? And those guys kind of hide, they kind of hide the whole thing, right? So we have, like I said, we have the, we've got the flexor carpi ulnaris, that's sitting on top. So here, imagine I start toning these in, like this hides the flexor digitorum. It's like this. Okay, it starts hiding it. Then on top of that, we've got 2 other small muscles. We have something called the palmaris longus, which is about right here. And it's small, and it's got a very long, thin tendon like this. But guess what? I tone it in, it's covering, right? It's covering the digitorum, right? So tricky. And then we've got another big muscle called the flexor carpi radialis. Remember, we had extensor radialis. Right now we got flexor carpi radialis. And that guy is sitting right alongside here too, a little longer. He's kind of like this, and he makes his way down towards the thumb side as well. Right, so now this is covering it also. So now you're starting to get the picture of like, damn, these muscles really are starting to cover it up, right? You don't really see it, but yet it gives us the girth of the forearm there. And last but not least is the pronator, right? And the pronator, that guy sits right here, right? And he kind of like gets tucked in here. He disappears like so. The pronator is the muscle on the flexor side that creates the triangular opening that the bicep tucks into. On the other side is the brachioradialis, which we talked about before. So you got that muscle sitting over here, you see? So those are all the major muscles, you know? I personally think it's great to kind of remember this stuff in numbers and in groups. So, you know, if you can understand that once you get past the elbow, right, the ulna, the bone over here, right, the ulna is here, then you can start getting into all these muscles, right? So this is just to close up here and hand it off to the other guys, right? This is flexor carpi ulnaris. Ulnaris. Remember ulna, right? That's the major one. And after that, you got 3 more guys to go, right? It's pronator. I want to make sure I get the spelling right. I have my book file over here. This is palmaris. So palmaris is spelt like palm. Palmaris, IS, yeah, IS. And then last but not least, you have this guy. Flexor carpi radialis, right? Flexor carpi radialis. Okay, so that's the palm side of your forearm, right? And the big one, of course, is right in here, hiding underneath all of them, is the flexor. Let me make sure there's no name in the middle of that guy. Yeah, flexor digitorum. Okay, super, super important, right? So that's the guy that really gives you this full mass over here, right? When you see guys work out and they like do this with their forearm, you know, it's like freaking gigantic bulge here. Like that's the flexor digitorum that's really taking on the mass, okay? So that's pretty much it, right? Hopefully this will help you guys understand some basics around drawing arms, right? We've talked quite a bit today about the basics of force, the basics of form, the basics of shape, and then the detail of trying to get the anatomy on top of all this and trying to get it correct. And I'm going to close with, here's some sketches. These are drawn from imagination, right? So these are out of my head, you know, quick, rough doodles, right? And you can see I'm using all the stuff I just shared with you to be able to sketch this out, right? So if you can understand the force, the basic forces, the basic form, basic shapes, you're just basically piling the anatomy on top of that to finally get to an anatomical drawing, okay? All right, so with that, I'm going to close out and I'm going to hand it over to Swenling, okay?
Yes, awesome, Mike. Thank you. It was a
Yeah,
good reflection for myself.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but anatomy, it seems like, man, I've studied anatomy for years and still I keep finding myself going back to the book, you know, to just find a reference. And I think maybe if you're a comic book artist and are drawing all these muscles daily, maybe it sticks easier.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just repetition, you know, like if you do it over and over again, you finally remember. Like I don't always remember like the palmaris longus, you know, like all these sort of very small little muscles, you know, it's all the big ones that stay in my mind and they help me through a majority of the figure drawing.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. So y'all can see Mitunje's Forceful Arm here on the screen.
Yes,
If
good
you ever
reference.
wondered, yeah, if you ever wondered how he draws so fast, now you know.
And only his right arm. The left arm is emaciated, but the right arm's huge.
All right, so let's get right into it. So like Mike mentioned, you like anatomy, remember, anatomy is just a tool to help you to draw and communicate your ideas. So first of all, like we're dealing with force, so function comes first. So I want to draw, like, capture the functionality, all the energy and vitality of the pose. Oh man, I can see a lot of applied force here in that shoulder. So it would really hit that corner. And come down to the elbow. Hands sticking out, so just a raw for the hands. And here it's interesting because when I drive force here, like I want to like take a turn right here. This is what I feel that's happening force-wise, and then it's getting me the elbow, coming down, and his hand is folded in that other hand, in the fingers. Now that I have the forces, I can come in and add the straights. Same here, so wrapping to show form. Okay, I'm checking placement. I can see that the elbow is just a bit off, but in this case it's okay. So I don't want to go too much into details. Just want enough here to allow me to like flesh out the arms. So the pelvis would be around here. I have the V shape. This is outside. Okay, I can see, I can draw a simplified rib cage here, just to give it some structure. I usually use the pit of the neck to like find the top plane of the torso. You can see this rhythmic relationship between the back and his head. That's about here. Right, so this would be my rough pass, and then I would flesh out the anatomy a bit on top. I can deal with the arms. The arms like really start at the clavicles and the shoulder blades at the back. So I can see the clavicles are like these two bicycle handles that wrap around the neck. You can see how it inserts into the shoulders. Now you can see like the bulging of the trapezius. And this side's a bit more relaxed. So I want to show that contrast. And notice here that the deltoid, keep in mind that the deltoid is round, so it has volume. Also the top is more cylindrical because again, it attaches to the clavicle at the front, and then it wraps around and attaches to the shoulder blade at the back. I often see students come in and draw the deltoid like really flat. They flatten out the whole area, but keep in mind that it has volume. So here I would pay attention to the overlap. I want the deltoid to come from behind the trapezius muscle. And then I hit that corner, again, ton of applied force. Let me get a smaller brush. I can see the shape of the deltoid here, and it attaches to the middle of the side plane of the arm. And the way I think about anatomy is I I try to memorize the simple shape of the muscles and how they interlock, kind of like a puzzle piece. Kind of like puzzle pieces interacting with each other. You see a bit of the triceps here. And it goes to the tendon, and I can see the elbow. You can really see the bulge of the muscle. Thinking about the wrist, and I'm using a wrapping line, but I'm really observing like that block form that Mike talked about earlier. So I'm not drawing this, but I have it in my mind to help me understand what's going on with the form. Let's see. So what I don't want to do here is come in and create this kind of egg shape. So I want to design it and keep the asymmetry. Let's see. So the biceps, just for contrast's sake, I'm going to use straight line here. So I have a nice straight to curve design. I want to make it clear. You can see the insertion here and how this like overlaps. Let's see. And here you would have the brachialis muscle like Mike showed earlier. There was a lot of talk about the hamburger, Mike, that you mentioned. So I wonder if people were paying attention when you were demoing, because everyone was talking about hamburgers.
Yeah, I know. It was getting me hungry, that's for sure. I always eat lunch after this meeting, so I'm starving when I'm in here.
Okay, how much time do I have left?
I don't know, maybe 2-3 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, and having, going through all the explanation that Mike did, one thing that you perhaps don't want to do in general is just draw an anatomy diagram. There's also layers of fat and skin on those muscles. So it's one thing to learn an anatomy diagram, but then you have to go and use that and to help you understand what the real thing looks like. And oftentimes we will find that the muscles create all kind of interesting shapes that you perhaps wouldn't see in an anatomy diagram. So here again, keeping in mind the form, like I'm thinking about the back plane of the arm. This is the side plane right here. And the deltoid comes from the shoulder blade from behind. You can see how it's twisting, wrapping around and inserting right here. And you can see the triceps. You can really see the shape. See how this wraps around. You can see the tendons out here. And elbow is popping out. Want to keep in mind the foreside is the curve. I can see its forearm muscles here. And they wrap around. Again, I'm thinking about the rotation of the wrist, imagining this block form. Then the palm. I used to have a lot of trouble with drawing hands, but since I learned force and shape, it's become pretty easy because it's really just the palm of the hands and then the fingers. You can treat them as very simple shapes, four shapes to start with, and you can get a hand that works pretty fast.
Yeah, I always, I when I was at Disney, we used to learn hands by thinking about the mitten, because you put the fingers together. Again, it's a way of minimizing, right? So you would put like all the
Mhm.
fingers together and say, here's the hand, and then you've got the thumb, of course. But I've seen some, I don't know where I saw this, but somebody was saying, maybe it was one of my students saying, hey, it's kind of like a leaf, like a leaf is another way of thinking of it. One of the students last night was doing breakdowns of some Glen Keane work, and you could really see how most of his hands are very simple. They start like this, like here's the fingers, and you can see how I just drew a force shape basically, and the thumb's a force shape, and all of a sudden I have a hand, right? And then I can go in there afterwards and break down the knuckles and the bumps and all the anatomy, but the shapes are there, and that's what matters, forceful shapes, right?
Yes. Okay, so is my time up?
Yeah, let's get over it because we've only got about 10 minutes or so to go. Let's try to get Matunje a shot.
Okay.
Thank you, Swanley. I want you all to
Yes.
see in Swenley's drawing that he got the arm done with all the main muscles, right? It was like we got the brachioradialis, bicep, tricep, brachialis. Now, that's really enough to give us the information for what the arm's doing,
All right, all right, all right. Let's roll out for my my part here. Okay, getting this done. Hmm. All right, so this is the first one that I'm gonna cover, and I'm gonna cover the hyperextension as some of you guys are asking about. Okay, so let's get with this one. So the reason why I actually chose this one is it's because it has a like a very good relationship with the torso itself. Okay, so I just like want to get like the sweep or like sweep from the like from the torso and then like going into the arms like there. Okay, so yeah, let's get this started. So as I said you already, we're gonna be covering that relationship as well with the arms here. So I just like want to make a point here that the arms are not like separated out from the body. Okay, obviously is a part of it. So I want you to understand that thing, that the force is gonna be flowing all around. Okay, so it don't take them as like separate parts. So I have seen people on the forum as well, and the like some of my friends did it, like making the body and then just adding like balloons on top of that, so it's like, oh, so like no disconnection. It's like yeah, just like the body and then making the arms like this. So you see like there's like no connection to this arm to this torso here. Okay, so that's not a good thing. Okay, so you want to understand that relationship with the body. Okay, so I let me get this done. Okay, so you can see like this arm, like how it's coming out of that torso. Okay, it's like the same force. Okay, it's kind of splitting here. I just like want to do this. I'm gonna be really simple on the back here. I don't want to make any point out of that, but just understanding the relationship of it. Okay, so let's get to the arm now. So what's happening here is coming on from deltoid again, and now it's very very tricky here. Okay, so what's the template is gonna fit in? It's gonna be the deltoid, just like whole sweep on the back, or the hyperextension. Definitely, it's not a hyperextension because right, the hyperextended elbow just bent like opposite. Okay, we're gonna be covering that, so don't worry about it. But here's it's definitely not a hyperextension. So the one template is gonna fit in is the whole sweep, okay, from the back of the arm, like to the wrist here. Okay, so here I'm gonna be doing something like this. Okay, just like that. So that's my really really simple template that fits in here. Okay, Now you will see this in what we covered before is coming out from deltoid, like hanging like this, okay? So there's also one template, okay, that's like pretty unique. It's like when you rotate your arm upwards, okay, it's gonna be doing something like this, right? So it's the same template, okay, the same template that you talked about here, okay. This is your elbow here, and that's your wrist here. So now this elbow, it's kind of rotating upwards, okay, like that. So the deltoid is gonna become like, it's gonna become like an add-on to this whole force here, okay. It's not like bunny hopping. It's not like we are not doing this with the force itself, but the deltoid is kind of add on to the top of that force here. So this is the same thing that's happening here, you see. This is the same thing we're doing here. So I'm gonna raise this. Where's that layer? Okay. I'm gonna raise this all. And so it's the same thing is happening here, okay. So you see like how the deltoid is sorry, the elbow is kind of facing here, okay, this side. So we're gonna be doing the same thing, okay. So that's the template that fits in. With the other arm, it's pretty straightforward. It's like just like doing this and this, okay. So and it disappears. So let's get some specifics out of that, okay. That's my template. My template is done. Now let's get some specifics over that. So here's the deltoid again. You see like how the tricep is kind of overlapping that like deltoid, okay. So and and now I'm gonna break it down like simply, like how to do it simply, okay. So I'm gonna think again of the perspective, the box thing here. And you see here, okay, you see here how the form is doing something like this, okay. So that's my box, that's my turning edge in here, okay. So you see, like I break it down. I just break it down from the tricep to the elbow side, and from the elbow to the wrist in here. Okay. So now I can be like a little bit more organic, I would say, just like a little bit more organic, and try to cover up some forms out of that. Okay. So maybe not something like this. Yeah, something like this. I would say. Okay. To like I'm just like doing it according to perspective. Okay. Reference is just like a reference here. That's gonna be the other side, which we're not looking, which you cannot look so much, because now the you see like this side, how this torso, okay, the back is gonna like cover up most of it, okay. So we cannot see it, but I'm still making a point in here just to explain you guys, okay. Now here, look how the broca radialis and the extensor carpi radialis longus, that's the body of the broca radialis that we group together in what we might say, right, in the mic session. So we're gonna be doing this, okay, grouping those two muscles together and then coming off straight, right, that. So this is the elbow, that's the hard part, so that's why I'm like pressurizing that a little bit. And now the secret to making dynamic hands is the asymmetry of it, okay. You don't want like what we call like a snowman anatomy, okay. So many of the people do this, it's like, and some of them are teaching like this. It's like, oh, just make 3 balloons, and you won't believe, I was first taught like this in my college days. So um, don't do it, so it's like it's all about asymmetry, okay. So if you're doing something like this, like, okay, this is the forearm like this. I'm still making it asymmetrical, but don't do it like this, right? It's like, oh, this is the forearm there. It's like a chicken drumstick, and you know, just like dividing it from the middle, it creates the same shape all across. So it's not symmetrical. Okay, so you see here what I did. Uh, this is the brachoradialis, right? So I can go it like this and then making straight out of like this. But see how it's like very symmetrical. So what I did, and it is actually there, it's naturally there. I'm not just exaggerating it or anything. It's really like asymmetry here. So you see like how this bump ends up here, and this bump is actually ending up here somewhere, okay. So it's making a slant angle, okay. So what you'll see in the front as well. So in the front, you know you're gonna be looking something like this in the forearm, okay. So, and that's obviously the forearm here, okay. So you see that how that asymmetry creates a kind of strong angle there. Okay? So something like this. Let's go with the other. I'm just gonna make like a really simple hand here. Okay, not too not too detailed, just like really simple, simple like that. Uh, yeah, just getting thumb correct. Okay, so with the other arm, it's pretty simple. It's like, oh, something like this. There's the tricep again. Okay, that's my force. Now I can be like a little bit more organic, as I said, with the line, getting some muscles there. So that's obviously the tricep. You see like how easy it is to track in here. Okay, so you see like the whole tricep in here, and there in the back you can see the biceps, right? And in the middle you can see the brachialis muscle, that sandwich muscle, the sandwiched muscle. Right? So yeah, getting those done here. Uh, let's make the bicep and the brachialis out of this, and yeah, just making the elbow, getting these lines in here, just like for the box structure, it like gives you so much information. Okay, it's like, oh, it's like very small thing, but it's a big deal. Okay, out of that. So anyways, this is all gonna be covered with the back here. Okay, so yeah, and getting this deltoid in here, and we can just like connect it, just basically connect it, because the arms are gonna be connected by scapula there. Okay, so just getting that scapula here. Okay, how much time we got? Pretty much over.
I would, yeah, maybe like a minute or so. We're a little over time. It's okay.
All right, so let's get one more pretty quickly. Oh, I'm gonna cover this hyperextension one because obviously,
Oh yeah, great. Yeah,
right?
that's great to show them. Yep.
Yeah. So see here, this is called an hyperextended arm. So you see her,
Yep.
what she's doing is she's like bringing that brachioradialis side in the elbows kind of up in there. It's like very weird, you know. See, you see this kind of hand arm is like, oh my god, what's happening? Is she breaking that or something like that? But no, that's completely natural. By the way, this is gonna be rare. Okay, so you see it, don't see it like all the time, but yep, that's gonna happen. So what's happening here? Let's see. So coming off from deltoid, and this is not yeah, one of you actually asked, is the deltoid the force including in the arm? And that's not. Okay, so it's excluding the arm. So when we're saying that the arm is actually having one force or like three forces, it means that it's in the arm itself, not the deltoid. Okay, but I'm just saying that it's coming from the deltoid because again, you want to see like understand the connection from the torso. Okay, so anyway, coming on from the torso like this, you see see that this force in here. uh Now obviously you're gonna start with the back, okay, the tricep side. But now here comes the trick. Now what you're gonna do, you cannot go like this, okay, because that's gonna be a bunny hop. Okay, and the force, the trick with the force is it's always going opposite. It's like making this tick 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 tick, like diagonal tick 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 kind of thing. Okay, so always going opposite. So what you want to do is just simply create this force in here. Okay, and now the mistake also people make is they go from here to here. Okay, so they go from here, they go to here, that's correct, but now they just like move on from there. So no, you don't want to do that. What you want to do is just come here, um, curve it like this, and making a force out of it, and then come again to the back side of the arm. Okay, so this is how the arm is going to be. That's an hyperextended arm. So getting some specifics again, um, that's that's all the deltoid and the pectoralis muscle here. You see like the tricep, like how it's going on here. I don't want to make like too like something like this because she's very lean. She's kind of like giving like dancer like pose. Okay, you can see like she's stretching that band. Okay, so yep, just making that point in here, covering this side up. Now you see like also the use of shape in here. So you see like the curve, it's always against the straight. Okay, no matter what. So it's creating this forceful shape in here. Now again, we got a curve in here, so that would be a straight again right here. And yeah, if this is gonna be a curve, this is gonna be a straight here. Okay, so you see like how those shapes are working there. Okay, and again, it looks weird. There's like no exceptions. It looks weird, but as you can see, it always happens in the natural world. So yeah, it's gonna be rare, but it happens. All right, so again, I think we're gonna conclude it now.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
that was great. I'm glad that you brought that sample in. It's awesome.
Yeah. So in the last, I'm just bringing some sketches here, so you can see like, yeah, some out of imagination and out of like that. So here we go. I'm gonna choose the blue to show you the direction here. Okay. Oh, it's up here, right? So you see like how it's coming from the deltoid. Like this is the whole sweeping arm. Okay, it's not anything here and there. It's just like simple arm like this, and it's also covering up the wrist there. You see here, there's a simple arm again like that. It's all one force. You can see like these are the 30-second 1 minute gestures. You can see like how simply you can get those arms studying, understanding the forces. Okay, just understanding the forces there. And here you again see like an hyperextension example. So it's like, oh, that burning hot comment kind of thing, and it's creating this hyperextension here. Okay, so yeah,
Yeah, it's
thank
cool.
you. I hope you like it. Let's conclude our session. Stop share. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Mrityunjay. So
Welcome.
that concludes our Force Friday, right? Hopefully this gives you guys a little bit more information to draw arms with. Next week, we're going to talk about legs, right? And share with you all the insides and outside tricks of being able to draw legs with force. Pretty challenging because there's lots of different things that can go on in legs. We don't have to deal with the rotation, fortunately, that we did with the forearm, but there's other things to figure out. So have a great week. Stay safe, everyone. Have a great weekend, and we will see you all next Friday. So go draw some arms. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yes,
Bye.
bye guys.